Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch along of Leeds United versus Plymouth Argyle for the third time in what seems about as many weeks. The game today is away again at Home Park, and it was an absolute trek. I think Leeds fans were having to set off at about 3:30 in the morning, some of them, to get to Devon and to get into the ground on time and stuff. So hopefully Leeds make it worth it for them. We've got the same lineup as last week after Bamford was ruled out in the warm-up, so Joel Peru starts up front, and we will we'll put the lineup on the screen in a minute. But welcome to everybody who is in here already, all the regulars, all the Leeds Lately members, welcome, as well as Liam B, Lockbones Music, Penny Lane, and a few others in here as well, but shout out to all the Leeds Lately members as well. We shall be starting very, very shortly. Kickoff is about 6 minutes away. Plymouth sit in 15th at the moment and Leeds in third, of course, with Southampton beating West Brom last night. But Leeds do have a chance to go back to second again if we are to get a result today. Our goal difference still sits at the second best in the league on plus 33, with Southampton on plus 25 just above us. So if we can beat Plymouth today and we can go back to second place, and hopefully that is what happens. They've been pretty good, Plymouth, at Home Park over the last 9 games, unbeaten there, and hopefully Leeds can come and spoil that record for them, because we've certainly got the players to do it, as we've seen in the previous few weeks. Also, I can see your comments before you get in here, so watch your step, Rob. Martin Cook saying, "Hey Max, luckily I'm sick today, so I can be with you all the way." Well, yes, depends what you think about is lucky. Welcome, Gary. Welcome as well. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Leeds last 7 results: win, 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 win. 3-0, 3-0, 1-0. There's a lot of victories in there, and a lot of goals prevented. There haven't been many goals conceded at all by Leeds in the last 7 games. I think there's only 1 in the last God knows how many games. So we've been doing fantastically well to keep the ball out the back of our net as well. Let's have a look at Leeds United results. Matches. Here we go. So in the league, we've only conceded 1 goal in the last 7. 1, 2. We've conceded 1 goal in the league this year, and that was the one against Preston when we won 2-1. So that is a fantastic run of form in terms of preventing goals going in the back of our own net. Of course, we've conceded a couple in the FA Cup, but of course that doesn't count towards the league, so it does not really matter. So we've got Plymouth today, and then of course we have Leicester at home next Friday, and then Chelsea in the FA Cup. So be an interesting few weeks for Leeds. If we can come out of this with some good results, then we look positive in going towards that second place and automatic promotion spot. Just as Penny Lane says, smash a like, please. 38 people in here, only 21 likes at the moment. Let's get that like total up. Ben says there is a new Discord community called the Old Peacock, and it's pretty busy. They have links to all the content creators, so I got you added. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. Lockbones Music saying I'm sensing a repeat of last game, to be honest. Do you mean in terms of the FA Cup game against these, or do you mean the game against whoever we played last in the league? Hi, Goz. Welcome. Players are heading out onto the pitch now, getting ready to line up, and then shortly we will be kicking off here at Home Park, with Leeds hoping for another big result. We have played. This is the 4th time we've played Plymouth this season. It's not something that happens very often, is it? In a season that you have to play the same team 4 times. Or in terms of our Swansea match 4-0. Yeah, I mean, the thing is about Plymouth, they seemed really good until they got to extra time against us in the FA Cup. So you'd imagine that potentially there's kind of a chance that once they get to a certain point, they tire a bit, but they didn't seem to do that until extra time. So hopefully we can tire them out before that. Anthony has a personal commitment. Players walking onto pitch. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. Afternoon, everyone. Professional and ruthless today, please. Leeds. Paul's saying absolutely. Hopefully, we put them to the sword early on, because that would be an excellent start. And the way we scored early in that game against Swansea really set us up for a positive result. Just as they're showing the lineup on the screen now, I'll show you it as well. There's Meslier in goal, Gray at right back, Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo make up the other defenders. Then you've got Gruev and Kamara sat in front of them with Nonto, Jorginho and Crescencio Somerville across those midfield attacking three, with Joel Peru up top with, of course, Patrick Bamford picking up that injury. On the bench we have Klaassen, Van der Heuvel, Cresswell, Cooper, Shackleton, James, Gelhardt, Roberts and Mateo Joseph. So you'd imagine again at some point that what do you call it, that new signing, Connor Roberts, will be coming on at some point to take up that right back role from Archie Gray, who potentially will drop into that midfield and make up a midfield two with either Gruev or Kamara. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Rob? I'm still... Can you not see... Can people see me? Can people see and hear me? Am I going mental? Why is Rob still talking about as if I've not joined the stream yet? As if I've not started streaming yet? What's going on? Has Rob just lost his mind today or something? Or is it the time delay with him being in Australia? His messages take 12 hours to come through. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. If you haven't already, then it will allow you to put stuff in the comments down below. It'll allow you to chat with us and our great members. That ball looks a bit used, doesn't it? Or is it just the paintwork on it, not the paint coming off it? Yeah, I think it's just the pitch paint on it. It's a consequence of my two-finger typing style. We are about to kick off here at Elland Road, at Home Park. Joel Peru about to take the kick-off here. The referee blows his whistle, and we are underway here at Home Park. Ball with Junior Firpo. Hopefully we don't have the same issues that we had in last week with all that buffering, or the midweek game. Here's Kamara, drops it off to Somerville. Somerville comes into the Plymouth half, and now Nonto is going to poke that down the line to Archie Gray. Archie Gray with a chance to cross the ball in the box. He drags it back, but it's actually cut out there, but Somerville wins the second ball, and it is going to be what looks like, Leeds throw in there. Here's Rodon and then Ampadu. Back to Rodon again. Goal scored in the first 1 to 15 minutes this season. Leeds 14, and everybody else below us, second to us, is 9. Blackburn, Leicester, Southampton, Watford all on 9, but we have scored 14 in the first 15 minutes of games. Here's Junior Firpo. Back to Ilan Meslier. We look fitting up for this, yeah. I mean, hopefully, the confidence that we have at the moment on the back of 7 wins in a row got to be really, really high. Here's Archie Gray. Manages to go past his man really well. Archie Gray then poked the ball to Nonto. Tries to get it back down the line to Archie Gray, but it's going to be a throw-in to Archie Gray in the just on the halfway line in front of the technical areas. Here's Archie Gray with the throw-in to Jorginho. Jorginho still trying to hold it up, but does really well to use his body strength there. Now Archie Gray, and then the ball's gone out for a Plymouth throw-in in the end. Poor conditions with poor visibility in Plymouth. Yeah, it does look a bit foggy, doesn't it? But then that's probably coming in from the sea, that, isn't it? Half the crowd are eating oranges to avoid getting scurvy. I can't see what's happening on the pitch at the moment because it's just showing me Ian Foster's head. Here's Joe Rodon. Ball forward to Nonto. Nice little flick towards Joel Peru. Drops it back off to Jorginho. Jorginho's got a couple of players ahead of him. Tries to play it out wide to Kamara. Here is Kamara. I feel like he had better options there, Jorginho, but now Kamara back to Somerville. Now Gruev. Back out to Kamara again. Kamara down the line to Firpo. Firpo tries to get the ball into the box. He was fouled there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds just outside the box on the left-hand side. It might be... Was that a yellow card? An early yellow card there? Sorinola, he comes flying in for the challenge. I'd have given that a yellow card. Yeah, I'd be giving that a yellow card, you know. Looks like it's Somerville that's going to stand over this one to take it. Although Firpo's delivery had been pretty good in the previous couple of weeks before he got taken off free kicks. I was pretty happy with the way that he was putting the balls into the box and stuff. So it's Ilya Gruev and Crescencio Somerville standing over this one. Gruev drops it off to Somerville. Somerville shoots across the box and it's deflected away, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Rob, I'm not sure why you're commentating. I am commentating here. Here's Firpo. Ampadu. Now Rodon. Back to Kamara. Here's Ampadu. Now Firpo. Rodon again. Cross to Gruev. Gruev's got some options. But he goes back instead to Ampadu and then back out to Rodon. Archie Gray's now dropped and swapped positions with Nonto, and Rodon can play the ball into Piru, who's come short for it. Now Gruev with the ball through towards Jorginho, but the Plymouth defender is just fast enough to get to the ball, and the goalkeeper sends that one long. Here's Nonto now. Pokes it to Archie Gray. Good little touch down the line. Plays the ball inside to Jorginho, who tries to just let that run through to Joel Piru, but he can't quite, and then ball comes back and it's going to be a throw into Miller. I think Miller took a bit of a foul throw there, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in instead. A notoriously bad set pieces. Yeah, he just completely slipped off the ball there, Miller, and it's a Leeds throw-in because of the foul throw. Here's Archie Gray. Archie Gray throws it into... That's just general English weather at this time of year, Rob. Like, that's what it's like all the time. Here's Gruev. It's actually quite nice to play football in, to be honest. Here's Ampadu, comes forward with it. Now Jorginho, ball into Kamara. Kamara flicks it to Somerville. Somerville pokes it in the... just past the post, and it's a offside call anyway. Yeah, the weather's like this most of the time anyway, but it's actually quite nice to play football in because it's not hammering it down, but like that kind of wet air, the mist of the wet air, it like just keeps you cool whilst you're playing, and it's actually quite nice to play in. I even go for a walk in or anything. It's quite nice actually. I quite like it. Here's Rodon. Ampadu. Leeds 95% possession to Plymouth's 5% possession, by the way. Let's just think about how mental that is. Here's Archie Gray. Now Nonto. Cleared back to Joe Rodon, and Joe Rodon can just give it back to Meslier, and Meslier can start again from the back there. I feel like for some reason Plymouth is such a bogey team for us in the fact that we always play really well against them, score, but then can't add to it, and then they just get one back at a later stage, and it's very annoying. Ball down the line here for Plymouth. Here's Sorinola trying to cross the ball in. Chips it towards the back post. It's gone all the way through to Miller. Miller looking for an option. Kamara does really well to defend that and lets it out for a goal kick. Really, really good defending there from Kamara, just to put his body in between them. Not do anything silly and just shield the ball out for a Plymouth, for a Leeds corner. Goal kick. Bloody hell, I can't speak. Yeah, it was because Mellier's goal kick gave the ball away a little bit there. Well, a lot. But in the end, Kamara did well for Leeds to defend that. Why are we still watching that replay when stuff's actually happening in the game? Here's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Ampadu to Firpo. All the way back to Meslier again. Meslier to Rodon. Archie Gray's an option here, and he's going to be used. Archie Gray just cuts back on himself and goes back to Joe Rodon. Here's Meslier. Now Rodon. Rodon comes forward and plays the ball into Joel Peru, drops it to Jorginho, who tries to play a little slight pass back to Nonto, but it goes all the way through to the Plymouth goalkeeper in the end, who plays a risky ball back out to Miller, and Miller can play it inside here, and they're going to have to try and clear because Leeds are looking to nick the ball, and Archie Gray has nicked the ball here. Archie Gray coming into the box. Here's Nonto. Nonto back to Joel Peru. Joel Peru takes a good touch, but it's taken away from him by the defender there, and then Firpo can win the second ball. Here's Gruev. Back to Rodon again and back to Kamara. Leeds putting more pressure on now. Kamara out wide to Archie Gray. Gray back to Rodon. All Plymouth players inside their own half still. Here's Ampadu. Ball into Somerville. Somerville fouled there but carries on going, and then the ball to Peru isn't quite there, but Leeds pick the ball back up again until Ampadu just plays it into touch with a bad pass. Yeah, that seemed to be the way early in the season Michael got to play against us, is to sit in a mid block, pack the midfield, and not let us play through. But at the moment, teams are struggling to stop us anymore. And I think it helps having a striker up front. I really do, to distract defenders, to pull them this way and that, to open up space, to help counter attack. And I think it's going to help to have Joel Peru up there today. Jorginho with a long ball forward towards Nonto. Nonto to try to bring that down, and he goes past his man. Here is Nonto. Nonto shoots! What a goal! 1-0 to Leeds United as Nonto pulls that ball out of the air, goes past the defender, slots it in the bottom corner off the bottom of the post, bounce into the back of the net. Leeds United 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. That makes it 15 goals this season we've scored in the first 15 minutes of games, and Nonto gets yet another goal for Leeds. Nonto has really come into form since Dan James has been injured. Jorginho just boots the ball forward. That gets him another assist. And then Nonto's touch is excellent, and he just drops it past the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. Really, really, really good. That sounds painful, Michael. I actually think that wasn't a great touch from Nonto, and that the defender wasn't expecting it, but it actually worked out really, really well. What a ball that was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. I think he meant to get it through to him, but I don't know if he meant to kick it that high in the air. Here's Plymouth trying to play out from the back now. Ball with the goalkeeper. Chips it forward. It's cut out by Archie Gray, who chests it down to Nonto on the right-hand side. Nonto with a chance to potentially get the ball into the box. He does. The goalkeeper catches it, though. Here's Sorinola coming forward. Ball into Whittaker. Keep losing the ball here, Plymouth, and they've given a ball away for a Leeds throw-in. Just in line with the 18-yard box almost. As it stands, Leeds on 69 points, 34 goal difference, 33 played, and we go back up to second. So if we carry on with this performance and the way we're playing and get a victory today, of course, we go back into second place above Southampton. Here's Firpo, and now Gruev back out wide to Jorginho here. Jorginho back to Ampadu. Oh, yeah, make sure you don't say it. I forgot to say this time. Public service announcement, do not say that a goal has gone in before it has gone in. Luckily, this time, you were saying it exactly as I was watching it. Here's Jorginho. Just ball taken away from him by the Plymouth player, and then he comes forward with it. And now Firpo cuts it back out, and now Somerville can charge forward with it. He's got Sorinola on his tail, but tries to play the ball down the line to Firpo. The defender's going to get there first. But it's going to go, looks like it's going to go straight to forward for Plymouth here. He plays it out wide now. They've got a chance for a bit of a counter-attack. Here's Miller. trying to go past Nonto. Nonto still stays with him, but now he's gone past Nonto. Kamara's going to have to come across to try and help here. He tries to shoot from way, way out, and then Melier can just come and catch that one and stay in his box. Nonto on fire at the moment. Yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he? I think Southampton have their game in hand midweek versus Hull. Yeah, well, at least we should know then how it evens out, shouldn't we? If we win that and they win theirs, if we win this and they win theirs, they're still only 1 point ahead of us, and we've got a much better goal difference. So that's not a bad position to be in, is it really? This little ball down the line from Archie Gray, then Archie Gray gets it back to Nonto. Now Gruev. Nonto goes back to Rodon here, who's going to have to go back to Melier. Leeds keep the ball well here. Now Kamaru chips the ball back to Rodon. He probably should have kept that on the deck. Ball chipped over the top by Rodon towards Piru, and Phillips has had to chase that back and give it to his goalkeeper, and Piru was chasing that down. It's a pass out wide from the goalkeeper here, but Plymouth still have the ball. Sent long from Pleguezuelo. But headed straight back to Joe Rodon, and Leeds pick up the ball again. Here's Kamara. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Here's Somerville. Back to Firpo, and then back to Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu plays a ball across to Joe Rodon, and then he has the option of Archie Gray out wide. Cuts back on himself, though, and gives the ball all the way back to Melier. Yeah, 105 people watching. Let's get some more likes on it, please, guys. Would really appreciate that. Here's Archie Gray. Back to Joe Rodon. Now Kamara. Ampadu has to go back to Melier. Yeah, I'm not keen on the goalkeeper kit, to be honest, but it has to be a bit funky, doesn't it, the goalkeeper kits, to stand out. Here's Nonto. Nice ball from Nonto out to Firpo on the opposite side as he switches the play. Here's Somerville, but he's been tackled, and it's going to be actually going to be a Plymouth throw in there for Sorinola to take. Goes backwards to Pleguezuelo. Now into the midfield, and then back to Pleguezuelo again, and then back all the way to the Plymouth Argyle goalkeeper. Terrible, Diggler. Terrible. Long ball from the goalkeeper for Plymouth there, just goes straight out for a throw-in to Leeds United. Here's Melier. Ampadu. Ampadu with the ball into Jorginho, but Jorginho's touch is taken away from him. Ball out wide to Sorinola now. The right back charges up the right hand side of the pitch here. And then Whittaker plays it backwards towards the midfield, and then back all the way to Phillips on the halfway line. Now out wide to Miller. Miller tries to turn past Archie Gray. Archie Gray gets turned by Miller there. Miller trying to get the ball in the box. Archie Gray tries to block it, but Joe Rodon blocks it in the end. Plymouth fans call in for a handball, but I don't think there was one there. Then Joel Peru passes it back to Wilfred Nonto. Nonto tries to play the ball forward for Somerville, and he's just kind of sliced that one all the way through for a Plymouth goal kick. His hand was tucked into his body there, so it would have just hit his body anyway. It didn't change the trajectory, even if it was a handball. Free kick there to Plymouth. There we go. That's more comfortable. Maybe I should zoom in a bit. There. Ball with the Plymouth Argyle goalkeeper now as he chips it out towards Miller. Miller heads it on. Foul by Gruev there, and it's going to be a free kick just inside the Plymouth half to Plymouth. Hi, Ryan. Welcome. I think Plymouth's kit is the nicest in the league. The green and gold. Ball played forward there into the front man for Plymouth. Then back into the midfield. And these will play a wide. Miller is on side there, and Nonto does really well to come back and win that ball because Miller was in at the back post there with nobody marking him. Archie Gray seemed to vacate that space then. Let's see what happened. Oh, I think Archie Gray actually had to go with that man, but then he didn't react quick enough to go across the other side. But Nonto with an unbelievable sprint back to win that ball. That's really good. And Leeds obviously won the goal kick there as well because he kicked it against... Miller, his Kamara, Rodon. Back to Melier. Melier can clear that one now. Way up towards Joel Peru, but it's actually going to go more towards Somerville in the corner, but the goalkeeper is able to come out and pick that one up. Here's Phillips. Now Miller. Good tackle by Nonto there, and now Archie Gray can pick it up. Back with Nonto. Kamara. Gruev. Back to Rodon again, and Leeds have possession. Ampadu. Doesn't seem like there's much of a way through this this team at the moment, this Plymouth team. Archie Gray. Back to Wilfred Nonto, who has to go back to Kamara. Kamara to Ampadu. Somerville tries to let that one run and go down the line, but the Plymouth player knocks it out for a Leeds throw-in anyway. Here's Joe Rodon. It wasn't called the Premier League, though, CB. Oh, Joel Peru nearly got in behind there, but Ashley Phillips managed to get the ball away. It wasn't called the Premier League then, though. It was the old First Division, which technically used the same trophy as what the now Championship trophy is. And it was a championship, as in, like, not the championship, it's a championship still. Here's Joel Peru. Peru in the box, tries to shoot, it's blocked. And then Peru blocks it and it goes back to Somerville. Somerville on the edge here on the left-hand side. Looks to try and get the ball in the box. Plays the ball on the overlap to Firpo. Tries to play it across and it's going to go all the way out for a Leeds throw-in. Firpo getting ready to take this throw-in. Firpo takes it short to Jorginho. Back to Firpo again. Tries to play it to Somerville, but it's taken away and then cleared by Plymouth. It's going to stay in there, and Ampadu can play that one all the way back to Melier, who's just going to tap it out, I suppose, to Ampadu again. Going 2-0 Leeds win, Karen saying. Alfie saying 2-1 Leeds. I hope so. Here's Firpo. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds just inside the Plymouth half there after a foul on Jorginho. Gruev checks that one quickly and gives it across to Rodon. Then Ampadu. Here's Firpo. To Jorginho. Jorginho tries to turn, but it's surely to God he was being pulled back there by the defender. Otherwise, why would he have fallen backwards? But Plymouth now have the ball. Joe Rodon comes out to try and make a tackle. Ball goes out wide to Miller, the left back. Up against Archie Gray. He's got Nonto in support. Plays the ball inside to Whittaker, but it's cut out by Gruev. Here's Archie Gray. Now Kamara. Kamara has time to turn there. Into Jorginho now. Jorginho tries to play a ball down the line to Somerville. Somerville doesn't quite manage to get the touch on it, and it's going to go all the way through to Pleguezuelo, who just puts it out for a Leeds throw-in. Somerville's going to drop that one for Firpo to take, I think. Yeah. Here's Firpo to Jorginho. Back to Ampadu and then across to Rodon in the halfway centre circle. Now Kamara. Gruev tackled through the back there by Pleguezuelo on Somerville. I think he's complaining that he got the ball, but you can't just go through the back of someone. Here's Ampadu. Across to Joe Rodon. Gray. Now Rodon. And Meslier. Rodon. Gray. Back to Rodon again. To Peru, and then Jorginho cuts back inside again. Jorginho across to Kamara. Now Somerville. Firpo on the overlap. Drops it back off to Somerville again. Somerville looking for a chance to find a way to get the ball in the box here. Tries to play it across, but it's cut out by Sorinola, and then Plymouth can try and come forward here. It's judged to be a foul, though, by Ilya Gruev. Ball forward here and then back again to the defenders. Here's Miller. All the way back again. It's a heavy touch, and Nonto makes sure that Leeds get the ball back there, and then ball somehow ends up back with the back at the feet of Miller, who can play it out wide to Sorinola, his opposite number. Sorinola tries to get the ball in the box. It's poked away and then shot from distance and way over the bar there from Miller's left foot. Yeah, just kind of dropped to Miller there, and he just snatched at it and skied it over the bar. Rodon, ball forward there. Piru tries to keep that one in, but it's going to be a throw into, what do you call it here? Gibson. Is Rodon and Ampadu. And they both sent it high up in the air there. Dodgy clearance from Ampadu. Firpo tries to win the header, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick there. Leeds lucky to get away with that one there, because we were just kind of hoofing the ball up in the air. Here's Ampadu. That's not Ampadu, that's Rodon. The other Welsh bloke in our back line. Here's now Firpo. Lets it run and then goes down the line. Back to Firpo again. Firpo just wiped out there by Whittaker. Firpo was just stood there with the ball in, and Whittaker just goes straight through him. Here's Meslier. Now Joe Rodon. And out wide to Archie Gray. Archie Gray back to Wilfred Nonto, and then back to Joe Roden, who can stride forward here. Joe Roden coming well into the Plymouth half and getting the ball out to Archie Gray. Archie Gray gets the ball into the box. It goes past everyone, but Sorinola's touch wasn't convincing, but nobody there close enough to Somerville to capitalise on that one. Hi Justin, welcome to the stream, and like he says, smash that like button, everyone. 117 people in here and only 68 likes. Let's try and smash that like button as much as possible. Ampadu with a good pass forward to Nonto here. Nonto in the centre plays it forward to Jorginho. Jorginho on the edge of the box, and his touch just lets him down there as it gets poked against a Plymouth defender, and they can maybe break now. Here's Whittaker with the ball back to Sorinola. Sorinola plays a switch ball out wide to Miller on the other side. Miller's touch is heavy, but he's in yards of space. And then a good touch by Wayne to come forward here, but cut out by Nonto, who's defending again, really helps out Leeds. Cleared away by Joe Roden as far as Miller, as far as Phillips, but Piru couldn't quite get the better of him there in that battle. Here's Randall. To play the ball down the line, Divine for Wayne, but it was offside. I was thinking that, like, in the build-up, they were talking about how good that Morgan Whittaker is, and that I think he's on 17 goals this season, joint top scorer in the division. And the goals that I was seeing him score were unbelievable, cutting in from the right, just whipping them in the top corner. But he's never done anything against us. But I think that's because we have so much possession that we barely really give them the chance to create anything through him. And we know that he's their danger man, so a lot of the time we're able to just shut him down, really. Ball given away there in the midfield by Plymouth, and then given away by Kamara, so Plymouth have the ball back with Sorinola. But now Leeds win the ball back again through Firpo. Bit sloppy in these exchanges here. Now Jorginho comes forward, tries to play the ball to Somerville, and it's gone straight out for a throw-in. No such thing as jinxing things, Ben. There is no such thing as jinxing things. We throw in then for Plymouth now. He's Plegazuelo. Who got it? Nonto. I am a man of science. I don't believe in jinxing things. What a load of bollocks. If he scores, it's a complete coincidence. Yeah. The goal, Jorginho played a high ball up in the air that Nonto brought down in the box and then just went past the defender and slotted it in the bottom corner off the post. Here's Somerville. Somerville tries to poke it to Nonto, but he's just overrun it. And there seems to be a lot of giving the ball away from both sides at the moment. Ball goes out wide here to Sorinola. Still in his own half, but looking to come forward with it. And he plays a ball, what he hoped was down the line, but it's been cut out by Firpo, and it's going to be a throw-in right by the technical areas. Here's Phillips. Across to the Plymouth Argyle goalkeeper here. We've not lost a game when scoring first this season. 17 games where we've scored first. 15 wins, 2 draws. Yeah, it buffered for me as well, and my actual Sky Sports buffered as well, so we should be back. 31:43. Yeah, we should be back. We're about 5 seconds behind the timer at the moment, but still. Whittaker then with this corner. Punched away by Melier there, and now Kamara can play it to Somerville, back to Kamara again, and then back to Somerville again, and Leeds try to get through there, but Miller comes in with a crunching tackle on Somerville. Foul there by Jorginho. He just did the alien flop, the defender there. Just knew that Jorginho was coming and just jumped on the floor. It's a really good tackle by Miller, to be fair, on Somerville, because Somerville would have been in. Going to be a free kick to Plymouth here, and it's going to be the goalkeeper to take it. You have to pay a tenner for every game on LUTV, you know. It's offside there against Whittaker, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Just by their own penalty area. Yeah, exactly. Paying a tenner for every game on LUTV throughout the course of the season adds up to around the same amount as a season ticket would to go to every game, or at least every home game. Nonto can't quite get on that because it's a bad pass again from Leeds. Leeds' passing has deteriorated rapidly throughout the course of this first half, and we keep seeming to play just playing the ball into touch, and it's very yeah, it's very frustrating because there's chances where we could have gone forward and we've given the ball away. Here's Sorinola, who plays the ball up towards the front men for Plymouth, and it's headed away by Sorinola. Again, it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Is Firpo. Firpo throws it towards Piru here. Firpo back to Jorginho now. Now Piru. Piru across to Archie Gray. Archie Gray's not really got anyone out wide, but he plays it back inside to Nonto, who plays it to Gruev. Now Kamara. Back to Ampadu. Here's Firpo. Firpo tackled here, but still manages to retain possession. Oh, and another ball just goes past a player out into touch. What is going on? It is for just outside. It is for just outside the UK, but you can use a VPN to pay for it still. I had to do that when I was in a hotel room in Edinburgh to watch that Norwich game. Here's Rodon. Now Melier sends that one long forwards towards Somerville, but it's headed away there. Now Sorinola picks it up. Somerville putting on the pressure, and Sorinola's going to have to go backwards here. He's going to have to do something, and ball goes forward there, and it's going to go out for... I thought it was still in play there. How can that be offside? Long ball forward from the goalkeeper here, and it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth because of a push in the back from Firpo there. Thanks, Yados. Yeah, hopefully we get another one just before half-time to cap off the half at either end with a goal, and then that would really kind of take the wind out of them. As a free kick comes in from Whittaker, headed away by Firpo. Now Somerville. Somerville plays it forwards towards Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara heads it on. That's a foul. Oh, I hate that. Oh, dirty cheating, boy. I hate that. Leeds on a great counter-attack there. Gets past his man and then just pulled down. Randall's 8th yellow card this season. You've got to be a knob, haven't you, to get 8 yellow cards. It just breaks, it just stops the enjoyment of the game. Here's Nonto. Tries to play the ball down the line. Cut out there by Gibson, and Gibson tries to play it forwards. Ball still with Plymouth here. Good tackle by Somerville, but poked down the line for Sorinola. Sorinola up against Firpo. Firpo gets a good tackle in, and then Ampadu gets an even better tackle in. Now Leeds can come forward. Here's Joel Peru. Plays it inside to Kamara. Kamara can play into Jorginho's feet. Jorginho plays it to Firpo now. Here's Jorginho. Inside the box now, Jorginho looking for a chance to shoot. Shoots, deflected, hits the post and comes out again. Played back to Gibson and then cleared again. What does Jorginho do to get a goal? I know, it's so unlucky. They just, as Justin says, so unlucky. He just hit the post and comes straight back out again. Honestly, a blue card, I think, if it was brought in for professional fouls like that, or professional fouls, cynical fouls like that, then I think it's perfectly reasonable. I think I'd be happy with it, because the situations like that really annoy me, because you're an attacking, exciting, counter-attacking side, and you come forward with the ball. Oh, Peru was nearly in there, but the goalkeeper comes and picks it up. You just... in the situations like that where you're wanting to play attacking, exciting football, and you're breaking away, and then you think, oh, this is going to be so good to watch, and then somebody just pulls your player down, that is when I'm like, yeah, sin bin in for 10 minutes. Because there needs to be more of a punishment than what a yellow card is. There needs to be more of a punishment. Yeah, well, maybe not a blue card then, because that makes sense, Rob, to be fair, that people would just sit in and play a low block for 10 minutes until he's back on. But you just need something that's more than a yellow card as an incentive for them not to make professional fouls like that. So maybe just make professional fouls like that a red card. If it's clearly obvious and cynical in the fact that he's just pulled him down, then it's a red card. Then I would be happy with that, because it would make football so much better. Giving the ball away there, Roden in a bad position. His Miller tries to get the ball across the box. It hits way too hard, that cross, and it goes across everyone and out for a Leeds throw-in on the other side. Because it sounds dramatic, but if you give him a yellow card, it doesn't change anything. It just means that they can only do one of them. But they shouldn't be able to do any of them, so if they do it, then red card. But it just really frustrates me, because you want to play like, I don't know, like even like England in the Euros final, where I know it's part of the game, but then Saka tried to go past Chiellini and he got pulled back, which if it's part of the rules and is acceptable within the rules, which it is at the moment, other than just getting a yellow card which does nothing, then Chiellini's well within his rights to do that, because the rules allow it, and that's what you would do for your country, isn't it? But if it was on pain of a red card, he probably would have took one anyway. But it makes you think twice about it, and it might be there might be more of a chance for an attack and stuff, and to make football more exciting. So yeah, it annoys me. It is one of my pet peeves about football. Phillips has gone down, by the way. Ashley Phillips, one of their stronger defenders. I think he's done something to his knee here, and it does not look good. Jorginho is also limping, by the way. Oh, apparently they went knee on knee with Jorginho. Would you have second blue card, sin bin plus yellow for that player? I don't know. It's too many words for me. Oh, blue cards count as a yellow. Why don't they just make them yellow and blue like Leeds colours? Or 2 blues equals a red. Yellow and blue make green, though. Yeah, I don't mean them mixed together. I mean them side by side. Phillips has just gone off here for a second. He'll be coming back on in a minute. How many members now? I think it's 12, 11 or 12, I think. He's Gruev. Now Kamara. Back to Gruev again. Now Nonto. Good little turn from him and the ball out wide to Gray. He's got Nonto back inside and he uses him. He goes back to Gruev here. Gruev to Somerville. Somerville to Firpo. Back to Somerville. Now the referee waves Ashley Phillips back onto the pitch. Chipped ball through to Jorginho. Drops it off to Nonto on the edge. Plays it to Gray. Now Gruev. Somerville. Gruev chips it back towards Nonto across the box. Oh no! It would have been an own goal there. Offside against Wilfred Nonto there for the ball that came across to him, but he put the ball back across the box, and let's have a look. Yeah, he's offside there, Nonto. Yeah, he was off. It's a good finish, though, from Ashley Phillips. It's a good finish from the lad. Thanks, Ashley. It's just a shame it didn't count. To let off for him, innit? Because that was really terrible defending. Good header by Rodon, then headed back forwards again by the Plymouth midfielder. Then Ampadu does an ailing flop and wins Leeds a free kick. Three minutes added on. Was it a close offside? No, he was offside. He was offside by probably... He was offside by a person's... He was offside by an entire Nonto, if you get what I mean. Like he was a whole Nonto offside. That's the measurements we use. Meslier going to take a long goal kick now. Way over the halfway line, up towards Jorginho. Jorginho wins the flick on, actually, towards Miller, though. And then Pleguezuelo's going to send that one out straight for a Leeds throw-in. About halfway inside the Plymouth half. That's a Leeds throw-in somehow. I'm sure Jorginho just kicked that straight out, but no. Now Archie Gray. Here's Kamara. Gruev. Gray. Back to Gruev again. All the way back to Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu. Firpo here. Firpo tries to play a ball down the line for Somerville, but it's cut out by Phillips, but it is going to be a Leeds throw-in. Just a minute and a half left here of this additional time in the first half. Firpo tries to play a little ball down around the corner of Joel Peru, and it's going to be another foul against Leeds. And it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. The goalkeeper's going to take it. I would imagine that there won't be long. There won't be long, and maybe even more. There won't be long left of this half, and there won't even be another chance for Leeds, I don't think. No, is it? I can't remember who it is on commentary, to be honest. I think it's Don Goodman, isn't it? is Hazard in the Plymouth goal to take this ball forward. It's gone straight out for a Leeds throw-in. Their goalkeeper seems to purposely kick for touch, like he's playing rugby. I'm still not totally convinced on Mateo Joseph. Throwing in from Ampadu there up to the halfway line. Somerville tries to win that one and somehow does. Now Kamara spreads the play to Archie Gray, who can go back all the way to Melier there, who's going to have to lump that one up the pitch, and he does. And it is going to be half-time there. I'm just going to have a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like button. Also, let me know what you thought of that first half and what you think Leeds should do to change things up a bit to go and get a second goal. What we're lacking, what we're doing well. Let me know, and we'll have a little bit of a chat about it in a minute. But I should be back very, very shortly. Farker will sort it for the second half. How, though? How, Diggler? What will he do? What does he need to do to change things up? Cup of Yorkshire tea time for Karen. Rad saying Brinlaw and Tony Dorigo on comms on LUTV as per. We'll be having brunch in 5 minutes. Are you not from England, Diggler? Because it's between... It's like dinner time here. It's like 1:20. So brunch is between breakfast and lunch, not between... we all know Farker... we know Farker won't sub until later. I would keep it the same also then, Joseph for Peru. I don't know. I know that people like Joseph and that he's like a young player with a lot of potential, but I'm not convinced that he's like a game changer to bring on in the Championship, if you get what I mean. Like, is he the sort of player where you go, oh yeah, get Mateo Joseph on for Joel Peru and that he'll actually do something and make a difference? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that's really an option for us that's actually gonna help us in terms of actually winning the game. I think he's good, but I don't necessarily think that he's I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's ready for that sort of put him in the first team. He will win you a game of football. Do you get what I mean? I like him, but I just don't think he's there yet, shall we say. Hull Bamford is back against Leicester. Yeah, so do I, because I think Bamford does make a big difference. I really do think Bamford makes a big difference in this side. I think he's good enough to affect the game in ways that other players can't, and he opens up space for the other players. I think it's just, it's useful to have somebody like him in there to try and change the game for you. James will probably come back on for Nonto. Yeah, that's true as well. I think Nonto fades through games, and then when you bring Dan James on, also when players are a little bit more tired and you can bring somebody as fast as Dan James on, that can really affect a game as well. So I think that's a good decision to make, to be honest. Roberts will come on for Archie. Yeah, he will, and I think it'll probably be what do you call it that comes off, Kamara, somebody like that, and that it'll be Archie Gray goes into the midfield, Connor Roberts comes on at right back, and then you sort of swap back to Archie Gray being in his preferred position of being in midfield. Mark Barlow saying it'd be nicer to tighten up our pressing in midfield, maybe bring on Roberts for Kamara and drop Archie in midfield, which is what we were just talking about. Maybe Cresswell if we get a lead. Yeah, I would like to see Cresswell get some more minutes as well, to be honest. I think Cresswell deserves a chance, and especially at the moment whilst you've got Strauch injured and you've got Cooper on the bench, but I think Strauch is Cresswell is the backup for that right centre-back position, so I know Rodon's not really replaceable at the moment, but I feel like maybe putting Ampadu into midfield and putting Cresswell at centre back. I like to see more Cresswell. Need Cree more into it, and Ruter seems to have no room with the block. Yeah, I think as well a lot the passing needs to be tightened up a lot, because at the moment it's kind of worrying how many of our passes are going astray and going out into touch, and it genuinely is giving shades not this game like the way we're playing, but the way that we keep passing the ball into touch and stuff. It is giving shades of Jesse Marsh's football, where Leeds players just couldn't string a pass together, and it's really frustrating to watch as the ball just rolls into touch behind a player. Do you get what I mean? Michael Brown saying Nonto 5-5 is pretty hard on Dan James up until his injury. Was Leeds' form player with 10 goals and several assists. Yeah, but it gives you a good option, doesn't it? It gives you a good option, which means that you can then obviously bring on Dan James when opposition defenders are tired, and I think Dan James is somebody who gives players the absolute runaround when they're tired, and if he comes on fresh, then you've got big problems, and I think that'll be the substitution that he'll make. I think he's going to make three substitutions. So I think he's going to make Connor Roberts is going to come on at right back for Archie Gray, who's going to go into the midfield, and Kamara is going to come off. I then think what was the other one we were saying? What's that other bloke? Dan James comes on for Nonto on the right-hand side, and I think maybe Mateo Joseph comes on for Joe Peru, but I would say that the other two are more of a guaranteed to happen sort of thing. Did Ruter seem to run his knockoff? Is he okay for the second half? I would have thought so. I think it was more of a bit of an impact injury where they both sort of knocked knees together, and I know how much that can hurt. I did that playing rugby once, like full pelt, sprinted full on into each other, knee to knee, and it's not pleasant at all, but it doesn't leave a long-term impact unless you actually break something. So I think he should be fine, and I think shown by the fact that Phillips seemed to come off worse, yet he went off the pitch and still came back on. I think he'll be fine. To be honest with you, I think he'll be fine. Do I still play? Rugby or football? because the answer is neither. I stopped playing rugby in like just before I left school, so I never played open age. But I quit football about 3 years ago. When I was about 23, I quit football. Yeah, and that was around the same time that I was going to more Leeds games. I was doing this whole thing more, and that's when I started getting into tactics and the way that people play and stuff. So I was a right back, so I kind of know about how to play right back at that sort of intricate level of body shape and the way you want to show people outside and onto their weak foot and all that sort of thing. I used to play rugby at school. Yeah, where I grew up, it was very much a rugby league area. Nobody played rugby union. I think there was like one team and they had to go dead far to play anybody else who played rugby union. Michael got saying too much holding in midfield with Kamara and Gruev, so Archie and Gruev and the threat of Roberts could be on the right, could push them back and give us more of an attacking presence. Yeah, I'd agree with that, because I think at the moment we kind of seem to be playing the ball across from left to right, and we've not, like, neither Kamara or Gruev seems to be willing to go forward that much, and it then means that we're not that great at creating anything in attacking areas. So we need more of an attacking threat to help with our, let's say, our more attacking players need a bit of support. But even then, we probably would have had more chances if we didn't keep passing the ball out of play and not actually hitting our teammates. So, yeah, that was annoying. Hopefully, we're back on in a minute, because this seems like it's been going on forever. Oh, I was an 84. I was wondering what that was in reference to, saying that was an 84. I used to play rugby league at school. Oh, and now message retracted. Are we back on? I would imagine we're back on soon. Half time seems to take an eternity. It does, doesn't it? Now it's just showing us Wembley. Chelsea. It's a Carabao Cup, and it's advertising. You know, everybody was panicking about the FA Cup being on TNT Sports and saying that that's now behind a paywall, and people are going mental about it. Nobody read the actual article because it's free to air. It's still free to watch the FA Cup. It's just on TNT now instead of on BBC and ITV and stuff. Michael Brown saying Plymouth are playing a very strict mid to low block, unlike Swansea, who played with such a high line. If Leeds score, and Plymouth will have to come at Leeds more and abandon their system. Yeah, I mean, we scored within the first 10 minutes of the first half. If we score within the first 10 minutes of this half, then I think they're done then, Plymouth. But if we the longer we let it go 1-1, the more that they can still play their way of playing and just try and nick a goal. Farker seems to be back out again, waiting for the second half. I can't tell, or maybe that was just a replay of earlier, I don't know. But as it stands, Leeds up in second place, 2 points ahead of Southampton, who hopefully at least draw if they don't lose. Brentford 0-1, Liverpool 1. Surely to God we should be going back live in a second. Oh. It seems to be showing the Jorginho chance where he hit the post now. Of that blocked shot. Yeah, it's back on, but we seem to be waiting a second for the kickoff. Put the headphones back on. Tighten up the microphone. And get ready for this second half. Thank you ever so much, CB, mate. I really, really appreciate those super chats. Really means a lot when people contribute like that. So thank you so much for that. Michael Brown saying 3 points is a must win with Leicester on Friday night, who might have just given Leeds their hardest game at Elland Road. Or who might just give, not might just have given. Oh, we are just about to get underway in a second, so let's get ready for that. Ready for the second half, everybody? Three, 2, 1. And we're underway in the second half here. Yes, I have seen those goals for Swansea, Karen. Before we even signed him, I did a scouting report on him and talked about the type of player he was and all the stuff that I'd watched. I'd watched a lot of stuff from him and done a lot of research on him before he signed for us. I think he's capable of doing that. I think we just need to make the space for him. Not necessarily the way that we play at the moment, though. Here's Randall trying to get the ball into the box. Away by Leeds. It seems to have got even foggier over the half-time. Just remember, guys, as well, if a goal goes in at either end in this game, don't put it in the chat down below until I've reacted to it, until you've seen me say it, and put it on the scoreboard as well. Also, we've got 111 viewers and only 90 likes, so somebody just smash that like button. Just 10 of you, and we'll be fine, and I'll shut up about it. Here's the throw-in, though, with Miller up by the Leeds box. Throws it backwards. Now cut out by Gruev, and now Jorginho. Here's Joel Peru, turns and gives it to Gruev. Gruev pokes it towards Somerville, but it's taken away from Leeds. And then back to Plymouth again. But here's Archie Gray, who wins it, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. No changes at half-time, no. From either side, I don't think. Here's Phillips across to Pleguezuelo. First half today, XG against Leeds, 0.02. XG against, 0.02. That is so low. Oh, CB, that's terrible. Did you hear about the footballer who kicked the ball at the foggy goal mouth and missed? I like it, but it's terrible. Long ball forward here from Phillips. Headed by Ampadu, and it's going to go out for a Plymouth throw in here. Just on the halfway line. Here's Pleguezuelo. Throws it in towards Whittaker, who tries to turn on it, but Jorginho picks it up and gives it to Nonto. Nonto goes past the player, tripped there, but not given a free kick, and now Randall can play the ball down the line towards Miller. Miller up against Archie Gray, trying to get the ball into the box here. Good tackle by Archie Gray. Archie Gray's now going to go back out wide here, but there's another chance for Miller to get the ball in the box. Cleared by Joe Rodon. Back up in the air, this time by Gibson. Somerville tries to win that header and manages to flick the ball away. Here's Joel Peru. Nice little touch inside and then plays the ball to Nonto. Really good pass from Peru there. And now Nonto can come forward with it. Leeds on a bit of a break here. Plays the ball to Jorginho down the line, but Phillips does cut that out and pokes it out for a throw-in. But Jorginho's adjudged to have fouled Phillips by pulling him back there. So it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth instead. Here's Hazard. Takes it quickly to Gibson and they can start again from the back here. Plymouth. Here's Hazard again. Those of you who missed the lineup at the start of the game, there you go. I was wondering where Azaz was. He doesn't play for them anymore. Here's Firpo. Tries to poke the ball down the line to Somerville, but he's been tackled there by Pleguezuelo, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds. That's terrible, Michael. I had to read it twice to get it. It's hard when it's not said out loud. Is Joe Rodon with a header to Archie Gray. Touch from Archie Gray and then tries to play it down the line to Nonto. It did stay in, so here's Nonto. Inside to Jorginho, who turns Phillips, but Phillips gets a good tackle in on him and they can play forward again here. And then a bad touch from Whittaker goes all the way through to Ilan Meslier. Meslier just waits for a player to come close to him and then picks it up and then rolls it out to Rodon, who plays it forward to Jorginho here. Now Nonto. Nonto pokes it back to Rodon again. Plymouth do seem to be closing down the space a little bit more now. Ooh, Firpo and Sorinola go for a tough tackle on each other there. Hurt Firpo there, Sorinola. No, I get that you're trying to be competitive and win the ball, but I don't think there was any need to go in that hard for that tackle. Here's Meslier. Meslier sends it long this time. Up towards Nonto. Nonto might get there, you know. Oh, he just can't quite keep it in. Here's Gibson to take the throw in. Ball to Pleguezuelo and now out wide to Sorinola. Sorinola up against Firpo. Plays it inside to Horton. Now Randall with the ball down the line to Miller on the left-hand side. Miller tries to cross it in towards the back post. It goes through absolutely everyone across the face of Leeds' goal in the avenue of agonising uncertainty. And it goes past everybody. And it could have been easily a goal there for Plymouth. Leeds need to be careful now that they don't concede. It's a really good pass there, and Wayne can't just get his foot on it. Poked down the line by Archie Gray, and then Archie Gray tries to win it back, but Nonto was fouled there. Bad foul from whoever that was. I think it might have been Gibson. Gibson gets himself a yellow card. I'm sorry, but Horton, their captain, he's got such a punchable face. He really has. He's so annoying. He really, I don't know, he's just annoying me. Yeah, of course that was a foul. How can you put your hands up? I hate that. He stood there with his hands over his face. This is Gibson. His hands over his face going, oh, I can't believe that's a foul. Are you taking the mick? And then you watch it back and he just stamps on the back of his heels. What on earth are you on about? I don't get it, because you've already got the foul. You're already being yellow carded. It's not going to change anything, like looking incredulous about it, but you literally just stamped on the back of his heels. How can you possibly complain? Now, Somerville's fouled here by Pleguezuelo, and he complains about it when it was obviously a foul. Just threw Somerville over the back of his legs. Here's Ampadu. Now Rodon. Ball forward to Archie Gray. Down the line here to Nonto. Nonto comes inside. Goes past a couple of players. He's got Joel Peru ahead of him, but goes back as Joel Peru is offside. Now Somerville has got Firpo on the overlap. Somerville cuts inside here. Probably should have used Firpo, but still has the ball here, Somerville. Plays it to Kamara. Kamara now turns. Back to Firpo. Firpo with a good ball to Nonto on the edge. Here is Nonto's shot, and it goes back to Glenn Kamara. Then Junior Firpo. Now Kamara inside the box, pokes it to Somerville. Somerville tries to poke it into the back of the net, but he's poked it well wide, and it's going to be a goal kick there to Plymouth Argyle. Just not enough there in the way of control of the ball for Somerville to be able to get that back onto his preferred right foot, or even to get a left foot. Ampadu's got hold of this player here, Wayne, I think it is, and it's yeah, it was always going to be a foul, that. Here's Phillips. Now Gibson. Long ball forward here to Sorinola. Sorinola tries to put the ball into the box there, but Firpo's deflection means that the ball only goes straight to Ilan Meslier, who can drop on that and pick it up. Bring on James soon so that you can get some crosses in for Perot. Yeah, I think that would probably be a good idea. I think Nonto's kind of getting to that stage where he's not as effective anymore. And that's when you bring on Dan James. Here is Nonto. Good ball forward here to Jorginho. Jorginho's in a bit of space. Has to go out wide right, but he needs a way to get the ball back inside the box here. Jorginho just loses out to Miller. And then they can come forward again here, Plymouth. Ball to Sorinola, and he comes inside now. Looking for an option. Tries to play a pass forward to Wayne. Somehow Plymouth still have the ball here, even after Leeds tackled that. Miller with the ball into the box. Meslier has to palm that one away, and it's going to be a corner kick to... it's going to be a corner kick to Plymouth. Ball coming into the box now. Meslier punches away. Can you still hear me like this? Here's Sorinola. Sorinola tries to get the ball back into the box, headed up, and then away over the bar. And Meslier can go and get that one for a goal kick. There you go. They seem to have controlled Jorginho well today, but perhaps it's because they've played him 3 times in the last month. Yeah, I mean, there is that, isn't there? If you want to learn how to play against somebody, keep playing against them, and they've played against us so many times. Here's Whittaker coming forward with it. Tries to shoot from distance, blocked there by Leeds, but the ball goes back out wide to Sorinola, who's going to try and chip that one towards the back post, headed away by Roden, now headed away by Kamaru, pokes it forward to Gruev, and Gruev into Peru. Now Jorginho just gets not a foul there, apparently. Ball forward and then headed away by Roden again. They're in the ascendancy here, Plymouth. We really need to get another goal. Here's Phillips. Across to Gibson. Back out wide to that bloke, Miller. Here's Joe Roden. Now Nonto. Back to Gruev. Gruev's going to play a long ball forward, trying to hit Joel Peru, but it's only gone to Miller, who's chested it down and come forward with it. Won by Leeds there. Good sliding tackle by Jorginho, but it only goes to Ashley Phillips, and it's going to go straight to the goalkeeper, Hazard here. We're looking wobbly now. Yeah, it's they're definitely in the ascendancy, and we need to weather this storm or hit them on the counter-attack and go and score a goal against them, because that would be the ideal thing, wouldn't it? When they're in the ascendancy, when they're trying to push for a goal, then we hit them on the counter-attack and just completely just blow to the stomach, just take the wind out of them. And that should be the ideal thing. Here's Meslier. Now Joe Roden. Roden gets dispossessed there, and now Plymouth come forward. Here's Whittaker inside the box, out wide on the left, tries to get the ball across. It's only gone straight through to Mellier's gloves, who can pick that up there. There's a couple of Plymouth players on the floor here who stayed down here, probably in the hopes of getting Roden a yellow card. But I'm sorry, it's not. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, get up. There's absolutely no chance that that hurt. Goes down holding the back of his head. Grow up. Absolutely grow up. Usually we retain the ball higher on the pitch through Jorginho. He seems to turn it over today and then flood forward before we settle. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating the way at the moment that Jorginho doesn't seem to be able to hold anything up. Substitution here for Plymouth. Wayne comes off and that other bloke comes on. That's the one, Ryan Hardy. Yeah, I'd like to see Dan James at some point soon, you know. Meslier rolls that one out to Roden. Roden with the ball to Nonto. Nonto pokes the ball out wide to Kamara. Kamara to Somerville. He's got Firpo with him. Firpo's going to go on the overlap now. Somerville uses him. Here is Firpo. Back to Somerville again. Into Kamara. Kamara turns nicely. Tries to get the ball back to Somerville, but it's going to be shielded there. But no, it's not a foul. No way on earth is that a foul. Somerville didn't even touch him and he just dives on the floor. And 96 likes. We just need 4 more likes. Somebody just hit the like button. Here's Miller with the ball with Whittaker now. Whittaker comes forward towards the box, cleared away by Ampadu. What happened there? Ball went out apparently. Here's Pleguezuelo. Plays the ball out wide to Sorinola. Sorinola's pass blocked by Firpo there. It's going to be a throw-in to Plymouth. Pleguezuelo throws it back to Phillips here. He's going to go all the way back to Hazard in the goal. Come on, just make a mistake. God, I wish that own goal would have counted. Roberts for Gray put Archie in there. I don't think Archie's a 10, you know. I think he's a number 8. Don't think he would do well in there. That's a 2 hands in the back push there by their horrible captain, Horton. He's got such a scum face. I think that's what you describe him as. Here's Gruev, ready to take this free kick. Here's Firpo, whose touch lets him down. It goes out for a throw-in to Plymouth. And Plymouth just seem more up for it than we do now. Long ball forward from Whittaker, and Meslier is able to pick that one up with ease, but... This is worrying at the moment, I would say. I think we just need to get another one. We don't really press as a team, though, that much under Daniel Farker. We really don't. Headed away by Roden, and it's going to be a throw-in to Plymouth just in front of the technical areas. Headed this time by Archie Gray. Now cleared away by Joe Roden. Towards Jorginho, who wins that header, but it only goes backwards towards the Plymouth goal with nobody there to collect it other than Hazard, the goalkeeper. Plays it out again to Gibson. Little touch by Nonto, and it's going to be a throw-in. No worries, Diglett. Enjoy. These are the type of games, tough, that you have to survive to win promotion. Absolutely. And if we can get a night, another one, then I think it just eases that pressure off so much. Ball with Hazard now. He's just holding the ball there, goalkeeper here, slowing things down. Now he sends it up towards the halfway line. Gruev knocks it forward here. Here's Somerville. Back to Joel Pirou. Pirou pokes it down the line for Somerville. Somerville's touch. Is he going to be able to keep that in? He still kept it in. He still kept it in. That was still in. And he's still playing. That wasn't out of the... That wasn't off the pitch, you know. Thanks, John. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate the super chat. You've put some sort of emoji on it, so I can't give it the love heart thing, but I really appreciate it. Yeah, the hold of the ball wasn't across the line, you know. But it was even bloody Don Goodman that said he thinks that Ashley Phillips refereed that one himself. The referee saw him say that the ball had gone out, and he stopped playing, and he gave the decision because of it. Ampadu trying to choose which... super sticker. Here's Jorginho. Now Firpo. Jorginho tries to turn, can't quite hold it up, but then Kamara gets it, and then it's a foul by Jorginho, which it definitely wasn't a foul. Here's Miller. Trying to get the ball into the box for Plymouth here. Good tackle there by Archie Gray, but it is going to be another corner for Plymouth here. Randall is going to take this corner. Melier having words with Phillips there. Ampadu's just gone down holding his foot. Somebody just stood on Ampadu's foot there. You can just see Horton pushing people around in the box. Corner comes in. Melier punches away well. Knocked back out to the wing, though. And then crossed back in the second time. Melier catches that one really, really well there. That's good from Melier. Really, really good. Melier rolls it out here to Firpo. Firpo to Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara being held onto the whole time there, and the ref doesn't even give advantage. Here's Kamara. Back to Ampadu. Ampadu plays it into Pirou, who turns. Pirou to Nonto. Now Nonto goes forward with it. Pokes it out wide to Archie Gray. Here's Ampadu. Kamara now. Jorginho seems to be playing as the number 9 now, and Pirou is the number 10. Here's Kamara. Kamara tries to play a little reverse pass through to Firpo, but Gruev does pick up the ball after it's deflected away. Now Gray. Nonto. Nonto's going to have to go back to Roden here. Roden goes all the way back to Melier. Melier just holding onto the ball now. He's going to play a long ball forward towards Jorginho. It's actually a really good pass there. Jorginho's in the corner now, and he's got Somerville with him. Here's Somerville inside the box. Somerville opens up a chance to shoot. Somerville! Don't know what he did there, but he sent it high into the stands. This feels like a game we missed, Paddy, yeah. And I also think that it's really time to make some substitutions in the way of having Connor Roberts on. And I think in the way of having, what do you call it, that other bloke, Dan James on as well. I think Connor Roberts and Dan James need to come and freshen up that right-hand side. Here's Ampadu. Now Melier. Nice little footwork there to get the ball back to Ampadu. And Ampadu strides now towards the halfway line. Now Kamara. Back to Ampadu. Here's Gruev. Across to Rodon. Now Nonto turns on it. Tries to go forward here. Still going here, Nonto. Doing really well there, Nonto. Still going with it here. And he's going to win Leeds. It's a goal kick. So frustrating. Possession last 10 minutes back to 61% to Leeds, 39% to Plymouth. I think we've kind of weathered that temporary storm there from Plymouth, and now we're able to stick with this this possession and try and become a bit more dominant again. I can't see any subs warming up at the moment. Not that I've seen anyway, or I've noticed. Going to be a throw-in then from Pleguezuelo. Throws it to Sorinola. Jorginho nearly wins that back, but since Sorinola still has it, now Horton towards the attacking areas. Now picked up by Hardy on the right-hand side. Blocked by Ampadu, and it's going to be a throw-in to Plymouth here. Well, we're in that 71st to 75th minute now where we thought a substitution would be made, or where the majority of people thought a substitution would be made. Sorinola tries to cross that one into the box. Looks like he's done his hamstring or something there, maybe. But it was blocked by Firpo. Now they throw it backwards all the way to Phillips. Onto the halfway line, centre circle with Gibson now. Here's Joel Piroux as he picks up the ball from Plymouth. Misplaced pass. Piroux, good ball into Jorginho here. Here's Jorginho coming into the box here. Tries to shoot. Goal! Just what we needed. 2-0. Jorginho smashes it underneath the goalkeeper. Leeds United 2-0 up now at Plymouth. Just what we needed after that storm that we weathered from Plymouth. And now we are well and truly in the ascendancy. 20 minutes to go, 2-0 to Leeds United. That's just what we needed. We should have put this game to bed way before that, but it's just what we needed. The ball was given away by Miller. Good tackle from Archie Gray. Then Piroux with a really good pass, curled pass in towards Jorginho. Jorginho did have Somerville with him, but Jorginho went himself and banged it under the goalkeeper for our second goal of the game. So for assist for Joel Piroux and a goal for Jorginho. He had Somerville with him there, but he went himself and put it in the bottom. I think it's a double Megs, you know. It went through Ashley Phillips' legs and it went through Hazard's legs in the goal. Yeah, double Megs. Ball with Plymouth on the left-hand side. Whittaker comes into the box and dives on the floor, and it's not going to be a penalty. Yeah, just a dive there from Whittaker. I kind of like watching us this year. It makes a difference, doesn't it, to actually enjoy watching your team. Meslier is going to send this goal kick long. Somerville wins that header, but it goes only to Gibson. Tries to play it out wide to Miller, but Nonto's going to try and battle for that. And then Joel Peru comes to battle for it as well. Played back inside towards Randall. Across to Plegaswelo, but it's making them go backwards, and Leeds can come forward a few yards here. Yeah, it was good from our defence to hold off for so long, to not concede in that period of pressure from them. Leeds fans enjoying themselves now. Oh, I can see Lewis there. Did anybody else see LUFC Lewis there? Rodon plays the ball forward. I don't think at the moment you could justify breaking that partnership up. That's going to be a Leeds. Oh no, it didn't go out. I thought it was going to be Leeds throwing, but then Nonto's going to thought he was going to still manage to get the ball. That's not a foul. What's he meant to do? Just teleport and not crash into him? Yeah, there you go. Dan James is coming on. 75th minute. So anybody who said 71st or 75th, you were correct. I can see people voting for the 75th minute now. Cheats. I could see that people were changing their votes to the 75th minute. See you. Is Sorinola. Now Horton. It's gone all the way out for a Leeds throw-in the left-back position. Here's Ampadu. Ampadu throws it forward there. Flicked on by Peru. Good ball back to Meslier and then set up towards the halfway line, but a bad ball from Meslier. And then the ball back with Hardy now. Offside, though, against Hardy, and Leeds can pick up the ball there in their own defensive third and slow things down a little bit and start again. Ampadu's going to take this free kick. Takes it sideways to Joe Rodon. Out wide now to Archie Gray. Archie Gray forward towards Dan James, but not accurate enough, and it's cleared away there. Here's Gruev, flicks it to Archie Gray, heads it back to Gruev again. Ooh, taken away there, though. Here's Whittaker. Plays it down the line. Tries to get the ball across into the box. It's deflected away by Rodon's back, and it's going to be a throw into Plymouth. Ball into the box, and then Meslier tries to... It's a good tackle there by Joe Rodon, because Meslier was beaten to the ball there, and Hardy did well to try and keep hold of that. Thanks so much, Karen. I really appreciate that. It's a good ball into the box, but yeah, he just gets... I don't know whether it stayed where it straight in or went out then, but Rodon did enough to block that. So it's going to be a corner now to Plymouth. They seem to have changed tack to do the love triangle thing now. Headed away by Leeds. Here's Jorginho. Tries to bring it forward, and it's going to go out for... oh, no, it's not going to go out. It's going to stay in here. Good ball into the Plymouth striker there, and then tackled by Joe Rodon, but it's gone straight back to them again. Here's Whittaker. It's a foul by the Plymouth player on Ampadu there, and Ampadu seems to be hurt. Oh, it was Horton. Who else? Who else but Horton? He loves a foul, that bloke. Meslier is just taking his time over this free kick. Looks like Joffy's warming up and Mateo Joseph is also warming up. Look at that run of games that we've got. Huddersfield in 20th, Stoke in 19th, Sheffield Wednesday in 23rd, Millwall in 21st, and Watford in 12th after the Leicester game. How come John's Super Chat didn't have a like button? Because it was a super sticker and not a super chat. Which I only just realised when he told me it was a super sticker. Here's Kamara. Drops it off to Gruev. Gruev's going to go back there to Ampadu. Now Gruev. He's Ampadu. Back to Joe Rodon. Across then to Meslier. Meslier with a long ball for me too, TB. I didn't know. The ball's going to go through all the way to Jorginho here nearly, and then it's going to go out wide for a Leeds throw. Oh, how is that a Leeds? How is that not a Leeds throw in? It's a Plymouth throw in there. Plymouth are making 3 substitutions now. Taking off Gibson, who was on a yellow card. Whatever that bloke's called. We've played him before this season, but I can't remember his name. I think Miller's coming off for Mumba. And Sorinola's coming. They're bringing off both full-backs and a centre-back. If Southampton beat Hull midweek, they will only be 1 point ahead of us and with no more. Yeah, we said that earlier, and that makes a difference between... it just gets us on a level playing field almost, doesn't it, really, if you get what I mean. CBSA Max, do you know the difference between a super sticker and a super chat? A super sticker is just... you don't put a comment or anything, you just put a little emoji. A super chat, you get to put a little emoji that'll definitely get a little bit of chat that'll definitely get read out. I.e., John's just put, it will show now, CB, lol. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Our fate is in our own hands. Even if Southampton and Leeds win everything from here, our last match against Southampton decides it. Yeah. It's going to be a throw into Leeds there, by the way, in the right-back position for Archie Gray to take. Looks like Leeds are bringing on Connor Roberts. Somerville's coming off for Connor Roberts. That's a strange way of doing things. I don't really know how that works. So Connor Roberts goes at right back. Archie Ray's not going to play in the left wing, is he? So that's what I thought, Rob. Even though we're playing well and winning, it still feels like squeaky bum time. It always does as a Leeds fan anyway, doesn't it? You never just think, oh, we've got this one. Bloody hell, that's a long throw in from Connor Roberts, isn't he? He threw it all the way to the halfway line from his own box. Yeah, but Archie moves into the middle of the park, and then what, do we only have 2 up top then, or 3 up top rather than the 4 that we usually have? Here's Roberts with another long throw in. With 2 throw-ins, he's got Leeds up by their corner flag. Here's Peru. Jorginho. Now Gray. Back to Gruev here. Now Archie Gray again. Cleared by Plymouth here. It's going to go all the way out for a throw-in in our left-back position from their left-back position. Another change for Plymouth here. Tell you what, Ampadu's not got a bad throw on him either, has he? It's Jorginho who does manage to keep the ball in. And then Gruev tries to win it, and now Peru does win it. Here's Connor Roberts with a good little touch there, but then wiped out there by whoever that was for Plymouth. Bad challenge. Connor Roberts has been on for about 2 seconds and he's filthy. Houghton's back is going off the scum-faced bloke. And Bundu is coming on, the guy that got the assist against us when they scored that equaliser in one of those FA Cup games. No worries, just myself. Thanks for joining me. Ball's been kept in there by Mumba. Here's Whittaker. Tries to play it long, but it's deflected off Kamara's arse and gone to Ampadu. Here is Kamara again. Dan James with a good ball into Joel Peru's feet. Peru tries to play it forwards towards Dan James and it just slips past him, and it's going to be a goalkeeper's ball here as they come out the other side. Ball with the defence again for Plymouth as they try and play out from the back. Chipped up towards the halfway line. Hardy seems to have hurt Ampadu there, but Meslier can just pick that one up. Yeah, Ampadu took a whack to the back of the head, I think, there. I don't know if I said it on here, but when I went to... Someone was just talking about asking if there's any Leeds fans that they've seen over in New Zealand. When I was in America, in Florida, at Disney World, we were in the Star Wars bit about to go on one of the rides. Oh no, I'll tell you what, it was the Fast and Furious ride at Universal. And the guy who was like letting people in, like you two more, you know, when they push them through for the rides. I had my Leeds top on. He was like, "Oh, Leeds United, nice." So I thought that was quite random. Dan James gone up for a ball. Oh no, it's Connor Roberts there. Just another Welshman. Looked like he might have hurt himself there, but he was fine when he landed. Here's Phillips. Pleguezuelo. Out to Mumba. Whittaker. Randall comes forward with it now. Plays the ball down the line and Roden comes across and fouls Hardy. Thanks, Liam. Appreciate that, mate. Yellow card there for Joe Roden. Yeah, it's just a little tap there from Joe Roden and he goes down and it's a yellow card. Give me a free kick with a chance for them to put it in the box here, Plymouth. Helps commentating on winning games. Yeah, it's more fun, isn't it, when you're winning? You get to celebrate goals and stuff. But I guess that's the case in all aspects of football. Here's Whittaker and Randall over this free kick. Randall. Now Whittaker takes it towards the front post. Meslier palms that one away. Not very convincingly, but it's gone out wide to Connor Roberts, who plays that one down the line. It has gone out for a throw-in, though. It bounced right in front of him, though, Jatex, and sometimes that's difficult to deal with. Especially if it's got a bit of power in it. I think Cresswell should get some time in case we lose Rodon or Ampadu. Yeah, I think one of the... Are they both on a yellow card? I think only one of them is, isn't there? And we definitely need them both for the Leicester game, so... Here's Mumba. How long does that go on for, though? I thought it was only until New Year, and then it resets. Here's Ampadu, flicks that one right up towards the halfway line. Dan James goes up for the header, and here is Joel Peru, comes deep to pick it up. Now Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu chips it up towards Jorginho, but Dan James is actually going to get there on the other side of Ashley Phillips. Dan James inside the box now. Surely that's a foul. Is it offside? Is it a free kick? What? That's inside the box. What? If that's a free kick, if that's a foul, see you, Paul. Thanks for joining us. If that's a foul, then it's a penalty. Yeah, if it is a foul, then it's a penalty. So I don't understand why it's outside the box. So yeah, I don't understand what that is. Dan James and Joel Peru stand over this one. 3 additional minutes, by the way. And we're like 17 seconds behind, but either way, you get an idea of how many seconds have gone. Joel Peru and Dan James stand over this free kick. Go on. Dan James is going to be over it. Just bag it, Dan. Dan James curls it. Hits the bar. Really good free kick there from Dan James, you know. Really good free kick from Dan James. Keeper's not got that covered. Yeah, he went goalkeeper's side as well. That's very close from Dan James. Joel Peru is being taken off now for Mateo Joseph. And Joffy. Joffy's coming on as well for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, Jorginho Ruta and Joel Peru have both come off. Throw into Leeds there just outside the technical areas. Leeds just playing around with the time here. Not totally pointless subs, just in case that either of them got injured. Jorginho Ruta first in every start of this game. Ball into the box and headed away by Ampadu. Back to Pleguezuelo, who heads it out wide to Mumba. Mumba tries to play it inside, but it's cut out, and then Kruev just leathers it directly up in the air. It's going to be a throw into Mumba here. Drops it off to Pleguezuelo, who goes back to Ashley Phillips. Good header there by Joffy, and then Joseph can try and challenge for it, but it's knocked forward again, and now Ampadu. Ampadu plays the ball, trying to hit Dan James, but it doesn't go to him. Firpo and Mumba go for the same ball there and both fall over, but it's just going to be a throw in there to Pleguezuelo. Thanks, Leah. Appreciate you joining us. Here's Pleguezuelo. Throws that ball forwards. Now Ampadu clears it. Here's Bundu. Back to Randall. Out wide again. Ball to Bundu. Final whistle, guys. Leeds have won 2-0 away at Home Park, which kind of does seem like an oxymoron when you think about it. But Leeds have won 2-0. 8 wins in a row in the Championship this year. We have won every game we have played in the Championship this year. Conceded only 1 goal. Another clean sheet for Leeds. Excellent result. Back to second place, and let's see how Southampton deal with Hull City midweek, and then we have Leicester on Friday night. So big week coming up for Leeds United. So let's see what happens. Thanks everybody so much for watching the stream. Now I'm going to do a quick match reaction, get that out for everybody to see, and yes, there'll be plenty more content on the way. So make sure you stay subscribed, or if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Where is it? There it is. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.